What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikaPikaPaPa, and here we are with our weekly auction video. So last week we looked at English singles and the prices, and it was absolutely incredible. This week we're going to be looking at sealed products specifically, and then next week we're going to look at Japanese singles, and then the week after that we're going to be looking at all kinds of different languages besides Japanese, besides English, because there's all kinds of Pokemon awesomeness outside in the world, and we should look beyond just those two languages. It is a really exciting time for Pokemon. I love the international feel of things, and guess what? We're going to be looking at some international sealed products on this video today. So, as I've said in the past, these are really exciting. I love to keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on in the actual hobby, and in my mind, I don't think there's any better representation of the true price of things than what things buy and sell for on eBay. So this is an eBay specific video, and we're going to be looking at all kinds of awesome products. So of course, we're going to be looking at some old school first edition booster boxes. We're also going to look at some unlimiteds of the exact same booster boxes that sold to give us a kind of price comparison between what a first edition goes for and an unlimited booster box. And then there's a couple base set booster boxes, which we're going to be looking at the very end. The original, the origin, the OG. Of course, we're going to look at a couple of those that have sold in the last 30 days. And then we have some huge and absolutely unbelievable pack lots that sold that has just, one of them has the oldest of the old, and it is really cool. And the other one is just an incredible set of packs that I can't wait to share with you. We're going to look at some booster box cases from different eras. And as I alluded to earlier, we're going to look at some Japanese, some German, and even some Dutch language sales, which are absolutely through the roof. So we're going to have a ton of fun when we look at these actual prices that have been realized on eBay. And as I said, we do this every Saturday. We look at different types. We do the English variant, we do the Japanese variant, we do the sealed product one. And then as I said, we're going to start doing another language, just an outside English and Japanese one. So if that kind of stuff gets you excited, hit that subscribe button. We do fun stuff like this all the time on the PikaPikaPaPa channel. If you like what you see in the video, give us a thumbs up, and if you have questions or comments, drop them down below. So with all of that out of the way, let's start looking at some of these incredible items that have sold on eBay over the last 30 days. So we're going to start off with what was the most expensive sealed product that sold on eBay over the last 30 days, and that was a first edition fossil booster box. Now the interesting thing was that first edition fossil booster box sold for $18,000. Now the going rate for those is anywhere between $10,000 and $12,000, which was really interesting. And I will tell you, the seller on that auction had a little bit of a lower, I don't know what it is, like a buyer rating, right? So I think they only had 7 reviews versus the other one that sold. There was another first edition fossil booster box that sold for $10,000, much more in line with what you're used to seeing. And that seller had a whole lot more reviews, and they had a whole lot more going on in their Pokemon shop. So I don't know what there is to say about that, but there were 2 that sold, one way high at $18,000 and then one at the $10,000 range. Now, there was also an unlimited that sold. So that unlimited sold for $8,000. It was really interesting to me to see the price differentiator being only $2,000 between a first edition booster box and an unlimited booster box. I would obviously think that that first edition would command a much higher premium, but hey, listen, $2,000 is nothing to shake a fist at. It's still a significant price increase, just not what I had expected to see. Where I did see that price change was Jungle. So coming from Fossil, we're looking at Jungle. There was a first edition Jungle booster box that sold, and there was also an unlimited one that sold as well. So we can do a comparison here. Now, this one came in second place. That first edition Jungle booster box sold for $14,199, which again is just an absolute incredible amount of money to spend on a sealed booster box. And then the unlimited actually sold for $8,000. It sold for the exact same price as that Fossil unlimited booster box. So I thought that was really interesting. Again, these sets are really close in time frame from when they released. Obviously, these are the oldest of the old in the entire English Pokemon space. So interesting to see them combine, get such a high premium. And then of course, you know, the differentiator between the first edition Jungle and then the unlimited Jungle there was a $6,200. So a much bigger gap than we saw between that $10,000 first edition Fossil and the $8,000 unlimited one. Just really cool stuff. And I can't wait to continue this video series and get more examples like this, because I think this is really cool information for us to keep a finger on the pulse of. And what I want to see is I want to see how these booster boxes in value perform over time. They'll go up, they'll go down, but if we trend line it out, I'd love to see these continue to appreciate in value. I think this is really at the core of true investability in the Pokemon space. So fascinating to see booster boxes going for $10,000, $15,000. Now, the next thing that I looked at right here was these Japanese cards, okay? These Japanese boxes was a set. So they sold all three of these. The Luigi box, excuse me, I always want to say Lugia. They sold the Luigi box, the Mario box, and the Team Skull box all in one set, and it sold for $9,100. And I will tell you, that is an absolute steal. If you were to buy all three of these independently, it would cost you way more than that. But not only did we see these really cool Japanese things sold, we also saw these sell as well. You saw 6 Call of Legends German booster boxes, which sold for $13,200. How cool is that? And I will tell you this, the Germans seem to be really, really excited about Pokemon cards. I always see those cards sell for a high premium. Those Charizards from the first edition base set always sell for a nice premium. So the Germans seem to be all about that Pokemon life, and I absolutely love it. The other thing that was really interesting to me, and remember this price when we get to the English versions later on, was this Dutch 1999 base set booster box, which sold for $7,275. That is nothing to shake a fist at, and it is less than the English variant, but guess what? It's not that much less. You'll have to wait till the end to see what the 3 that we're going to look at sold for, but the price isn't that big of a difference. So way to go, Dutch. Love seeing these international ones, and again, I absolutely love that Japanese group of 3. You know, the promo cards that come from that go for such a high premium. I love all those Pikachu variants that they do. Those Black Star promos that they have in Japan are really special. So interesting to see that set of 3 boxes from Japan sell for $9,100. Now, next thing we're looking at right here are some of the pack lots that I was telling you about. And we're going to start with this one because this is the OG pack lot, okay? So there was 10 base set packs. There was 2 Japanese base set packs. There was 4 base blisters, right? So the blister packs, they're sealed there in the little bubble, right? Everybody loves blister packs. And then there was 5 jungle packs. There was 9 fossil packs and 8 fossil first edition packs. So if you think about all of this, I mean, that is the very beginning personified right there. And that whole lot sold for $7,500. Absolutely incredible. And what I really thought was cool is you can't see it because it's too small, but if you were to zoom in on those base set booster packs right there, you would actually see the $2.95 sticker on them, which I thought was really cool to see a $2.95 sticker still in as good condition as it is after all of these years. Now, there was another pack lot that sold, which I was really interested in and I thought was really awesome. And this is super unique. So this was an art set pack, okay? So this is actually 243 different packs, and it starts with the Platinum Arceus set, and it goes all the way down to Obsidian Flames, and it is a complete art set from all of the sets. I mean, 243 packs. What an incredible PC thing to hold here. Not only that, but it's also a great investment because this sold for $7,000 at a buy it now. This is just an incredible, I mean, I could see this being artwork. I could see this being just a piece of Pokemon history. And again, having all of the different art variants from all of these different awesome sets. It has regular sets, it has specialty sets, and to see that it gets this high value, sells for $7,000. Again, it just goes to show you that there are so many different ways and so many different things that people find joy in when it comes to the Pokemon collecting and investing space, that it really is fantastic. So kudos to whoever put together this absolutely amazing Pokemon card lot. Kudos to whoever pulled the trigger at $7,000, and I was just blown away. I thought this was the coolest thing I have seen in an eBay auction in a very, very long time. Now, next up right here, I told you we were going to talk about some booster box cases, and here they are. I was super excited. You know that I am all over the XY era right now. So to see an XY Ancient Origins sealed booster box case go for $6,500 got me all kinds of fired up. I thought that was incredibly cool. And to the right of that, you see in that picture, that is a Cosmic Eclipse booster box case, right? Now that one is open, but I'll tell you the XY Ancient Origin one was actually sealed. Both of these were sold from very reputable sellers. They had tons of reviews, so I had no concerns about that, but it was really, really interesting to see that Ancient Origins going for $6,500, and then the Cosmic Eclipse went for $4,800. Now, another super hot thing, and I could have listed, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 different Evolving Skies booster box cases that had sold, but I will tell you right now, they're selling right now right in the $4,200 range, which is crazy. It's coming in just $600 shy of that Evolving Sky, or excuse me, of the Cosmic Eclipse booster box case. That just goes to show you how incredibly crazy Evolving Skies booster box cases are going right now. And I'll tell you what, we've done a ton of data dives, we've done a ton of research. $4,200 is a ton of money, but in the grand scheme of things, in the long run, I actually have a feeling that $4,200, even though it's way over premium, even though it's way over MSRP, right? Like, I do think that if you go back and you look at this video in 5-10 years, we're gonna find $4,200 was not a ton of money to spend on an Evolving Skies booster box case. So really cool takeaways. Love seeing the older ones being sold from booster box case perspective. Really, really cool auctions going on right now in that space. Now, I told you that we were going to end with the original, the OG, the base set, the 1999. All of these are Blue Wing Charizard base set booster boxes, right? And they sold for $14,000 on one and $12,500 for the other two. And the other one right there was a base set booster box too, and that sold for $10,000. What an incredible piece of Pokemon history. What an amazing thing to have in your collection. I don't care if it's not the first edition boxes. I don't care what it is. Like, this is just absolutely amazing. And the fact that these unlimited boxers are going for the same rate as those Fossil first edition, you know, or the Jungle first edition booster boxes, I think is absolutely incredible. And again, I love seeing that base set booster box 2 still go for $10,000. Just incredible sealed product. And again, what an amazing piece of Pokemon memorabilia to have in your collection. And of course, I have to finish with one more thing, one more absolute stunner of a sealed product. And this is a PSA 10 graded 1999 Pokemon First Edition Shadowless booster pack with Blastoise on the outside. And believe it or not, this single pack graded absolutely gem mint perfect by PSA sold for $8,645. And this was not the only one. There was a Charizard variant which sold for over $7,000. So again, really cool to see these awesome pieces of collection history, these awesome pieces of Pokemon history. Obviously, these are going into PCs all over the place, and I don't think anybody's ripping those booster boxes. So it's really cool to see these sealed products hold such incredible value. It's incredibly awesome and encouraging for me to see people spending such money in the Pokemon space. Lets me know how safe the hobby is, lets me know how much interest is in it, and it just makes me give all kinds of good feels when I think about the long-term prospects of the hobby as a whole. So with that being said, listen, next Saturday, we're going to look at Japanese singles cards. You know how excited I get for all the awesome promos on there. I've already looked at one card that I know is going to be at the very top, and I'm telling you, it is absolute fire. So I can't wait to share it with you. So listen, if you want to see more of that, if you just enjoy the channel in general, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. And if you have questions or comments, drop them down below. I appreciate those 3 small things more than I can say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great one. I'll talk to you later, everybody. See you. Bye.